This is the China Hollywood Greenlight Podcast, episode 41.
And rolling sound. Quiet. Here we go. Ready.
Speeding.
120, take 7. And action.
This is Caryn McCann, the host of the China Hollywood Greenlight Podcast, a podcast about creating and distributing content for both Hollywood and China. If you like the show, please go to iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, subscribe, and leave a rating. These ratings really do help the show attract more listeners. More listeners equals more guests that can share their knowledge and experience with you. Any links mentioned in the podcast can be found in the show notes at ChinaHollywoodGreenlight.com/podcast and look for this episode, which is number 41. A quick update on what I'm working on. Number 1 is my health. As you can hear, I'm getting over a cold. I tested and I'm glad to say it wasn't COVID. Amen to that. Number 2, I'm working on a rewrite for my low-budget action thriller script. And I got some great feedback and I did the couple rewrites and now I'm doing a couple more before I send it out. Today's episode is about crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is one way to augment financing your film. Why is this important at this time of year? I'm publishing this first episode of a series on crowdfunding at the end of December to get a jump start on the new year. Budgets are set and ready to be allocated at the start of the year. You can find investors anytime. However, do it when they haven't spent down their budgets. This means the earlier in the year, the better. This, of course, means you want to get your script seen by as many producers as possible while they have a new budget in place starting in the new year. This coincides with the goals of our sponsor, the China List. This is a membership website dedicated to helping writers get their material seen by a variety of producers in Hollywood and China. Producers and talent reps, membership to the China List is free. You can also post calls for tailored submissions on our private writing jobs page. Just go to https://chnlist.com and sign up on the How to Work With Us page. And now you can download scripts directly from the China List. Find that undiscovered gem of a script or writer today. Writers, get your material seen in Hollywood and China. And you can post requests for Chinese or Western writing partners on our private writing jobs page. The benefit to find a writing partner is free to writer members. Just go to https://chnlist.com and sign up. Here is the main segment. Today's podcast episode topic is how to crowdfund your film in China. Now, just a reminder, any articles or companies mentioned can find links in the show notes, so make sure you check out the show notes. How to crowdfund your film in China. Where does a filmmaker look for investors? Besides your friendly banker and rich relatives, another option is crowdfunding. What is crowdfunding? It is the process of funding a venture or project by raising small amounts of money from a large number of people, typically via the internet. In the article, Crowdfunding in China, Overcoming the Differences to Access a Unique Market, it reported that the most common forms of crowdfunding are equity-based crowdfunding, rewards-based, debt-based means peer-to-peer lending, and donation-based crowdfunding. How is crowdfunding in China different from the United States? In the article, China's Crowdfunding Witnessing a Boom, it stated that, unlike its U.S. counterparts, the Chinese crowdfunding industry is dominated by major e-retailers such as JD.com, Alibaba, and Suning, who can take advantage of their huge consumer bases. Additionally, the article, The Growing Potential of Crowdfunding in China, stated that Chinese crowdfunding platforms, more so than their counterparts in the West, offer more tangible rewards for their contributors. Again, in the article, Crowdfunding in China, Overcoming the Differences to Access a Unique Market, it reported that there is a difference in regulations and investment culture. In China, there are essentially no regulations or oversight agencies that vet crowdfunding ventures, so be warned. The two big differences are in the process and in key investor promise. And this means the difference between the US and China. So the process in the US is define, design, develop, and deliver. In China, the process is preview a finished concept, pre-sale, and deliver. The key investor promise in the US is a preference for equity. The key investor promise in China is a preference for practical, tangible goods. Half of China's population is online, and most have smartphones. Almost 700 million people. That's a huge incentive for filmmakers looking to tap into China's huge crowdfunding pool. But where to begin? First, who are the major players? Number 1, Alibaba. Its e-commerce site, Taobao, launched a crowdfunding site called Yulebao, which means entertainment treasure, where investors can support domestically produced films. Notice I said support. Support does not mean equity, and rewards are not a given. Some rewards you can qualify for, or your donation could earn you perks. So read the fine print. Number 2, JD.com. Another large e-commerce site launched its own crowdfunding platform called Crowdfund, which means pooler, like pool your resources, as well as JD Equity crowdfunding. Number 3, Baidu launched Baifa Yoshi. Baifa means 100 cent. Yoshi means game. This is its own Kickstarter-like investment fund and is another big player in the crowdfunding space. And who are some others? Number 4, Dream More, which is an all-or-nothing crowdfunding model. Number 5, CT Chuan. Equity, it's an equity crowdfunding platform. Number 6, Zhongzhou, which means crowdfunding. This is a rewards-based platform. Other sites, number 7, Tao Meng, which means Tao Dream. This is an online crowdfunding site to fund amateur filmmakers, recruit crew, and feed their movie-making dreams. Number 8, Fringe Backer. This is a bilingual crowdfunding Hong Kong platform dedicated to artistic projects, whether in film, music, performance, or technology. Furthermore, the best reason to consider crowdfunding is that Chinese investors are actively looking for great projects. Also in the article, The Growing Potential of Crowdfunding in China, it reported that Chinese investors are actively on the hunt for attractive investment projects to place their money, about $4.6 trillion worth, and that's US dollars. At the same time, startups and entrepreneurs have difficulty accessing loans, both from commercial banks and institutional investors, so it's a perfect time for crowdfunding. Despite many success stories, however, there has also been fraud and Ponzi schemes. Additionally, China has weak IP laws and has a potential for IP theft. The China Securities Regulatory Commission, CSRC, announced crowdfunding's first official rules several years ago, and that crowdfunding will be subject to more specific regulatory requirements. The best of both worlds would be to connect with a partner in China and launch your crowdfunding projects together. Tapping into China's immense online audience could be the step to getting your own green light. Would you be willing to crowdfund in China? Why or why not? Please leave a reply in the comments. And I've got 3 key points. Number 1, find a partner. You're better off partnering with someone in China to handle the Chinese crowdfunding rules and language issues. It's more work, but the upside is your project could tap into the exploding China film market. Number 2, investors looking for projects. Chinese financiers are hungry for projects to invest in. Entrepreneurs and startups may have a hard time getting traditional bank loans. The time is right to make connections between the startup, that's you, the filmmaker looking to raise financing, and Chinese investors. Number 3, hard goods. In the U.S., some filmmakers will give away digital products such as a soft copy of the script or a film download. In China, fans prefer something tangible like movie tickets or merchandise. Well, that's the show. I appreciate your support. Please help us out by rating the show and sharing it on your social channels. Producers and talent reps, membership to the China list is free. You can also post calls for submissions on our private writing jobs page. And you can now download scripts directly from the China list. Just go to https:// CHNLIST.com. And writers, get your material seen in Hollywood and China. And you can post requests for Chinese or Western writing partners on our private writing jobs page. Just go to https://CHNLIST.com and sign up. If you want a writing partner, navigate to our Find a Writing Partner, and your post will appear on our private writing jobs page. And who knows, maybe this future writing partner and you could end up launching a crowdfunding project in China. It's a thought. Lastly, remember to get your script seen as soon as possible, early in the year while production companies have not tapped into their budgets. Sign up for the China list and get your material seen in Hollywood and China. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you at the premiere. Bye. 一会儿见.